Listen to this podcast now
on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
The Idea Gen Global Podcast with George Sifakis.
I'm George Sifakis. In a world overflowing with noise, there is one forum where the world's smartest voices connect, where visionaries sit at the same table as innovators, and great minds don't just talk, they act.
Download all of Red Apple Media's podcasts right now through your favorite podcast platform. The Dominic Carter Show
on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
Digging out from the snow, plus the weekend shooting of that ICU nurse Alex Preddy, who authorities say had a gun. What happens next in Minnesota? Well, I can tell you this much. I don't trust Governor Dum Dum, Governor Tim Walz of Minnesota. Dominic Carter here with you. The number to reach us live this hour, 800-848-9222. President Trump says Minnesota Governor Tim Walz called him today and is happy Border Czar Tom Homan is headed to the state to deal with the escalating standoffs between protesters and ICE agents. I'm quoting the president now. Governor Tim Walz called me with the request to work together with respect to Minnesota. It was a very good call, and we actually seem to be on a similar wavelength, the president wrote in a post on Truth Social. The president goes on. He was happy that Tom Homan was going to Minnesota, and so am I, the president added. But the left, the left is going insane with this shooting that happened over the weekend, from Whoopi Goldberg to AOC to actress Glenn Close, even actor Ed Norton. And I was in a Hollywood movie with Ed Norton, and I didn't know his politics was this far left, this far crazy. But I guess when you consider the Hollywood aspect, I should not be surprised. Let's start with Tom Homan. This comment he makes here is prior to the announcement from the president today that Homan is en route to Minnesota.
6% decline. 96% less people are coming. How many women aren't being raped? How many children aren't dying making that journey? How many women and children aren't being sex trafficked into this country every day? How many known suspected terrorists aren't just walking across that border? President Trump and this administration is saving thousands of lives every month. Hard stop. That's just a stone cold fact. I'm just proud to be a part of this. I work with Steve Miller every day. Steve Miller is one of the most brilliant people I've met in my entire life.
And that's Tom Homan speaking about the impact of what the president is doing, just like drug overdoses. Notice how significantly down they are in this country. This man, the president of the United States, is getting the job done. He delivers. There's no other way to put it. But the far left, they're looking for anything, everything, anything. Throw it up in the air. Let's see what sticks. Throw it on the wall. Let's see what works. We've got to stop this man. That's the far left. Whoopi Goldberg on The View today, referring to the shooting of Alex Preddy, the nurse, the ICU nurse. She says that this is the second murder, her words, of a U.S. citizen since we've seen ICE, and that ICE has blood on their hands.
They murdered a man. He is standing, he has his phone, and he has a bottle of water, and they shot him 10 times. What the? I don't know what you're investigating if you're not investigating the straight up murder. The straight up murder. This is the second one. The second murder of an American citizen who is doing what they are. You haven't gotten rid of the Bill of Rights yet. So people don't know that we're not supposed to go out and do this. So I don't understand what you're investigating. You see it. You're not blind. And if you don't see it, it's willful. Because you're not looking. You can't sit by this. Chrissy Noem, you can't justify this. Mr. what is his, I don't know. Mr. Bovino, you can't justify this. You can't justify either one.
No.
And we all see it. And we see you for what you are. You all have blood on your hands.
And Whoopi Goldberg, you don't think we see you for what you are with your selective outrage? Give it a break, Whoopi. Come on. And if you're going to criticize the administration, you should at least know the official's name. She's not the only one. Who's also batty? AOC.
Donald Trump accusing a Veterans Affairs ICU nurse as being a terrorist against the United States. A man who was treating service members to our country, veterans, service members to our country, who was dedicating his life to serving Americans, who in his final act on this earth was helping a woman pushed to the ground. And they are calling him a domestic terrorist in order to defend their gross abuse of power, their absolute breaching of the law, and in order to also precipitate greater conflict.
AOC. I'm not even going to comment on her today. AOC. She does a disservice to the bartenders of America. 800-848-9222. Dominic Carter here with you. We're about to start with your telephone calls. We're going to begin. I'm going to get to Marco in New Jersey. I think that's Marco, who's always hating on Trump, and he's always trying to call me out. We'll get to him in just a second. We're going to start with John, also in New Jersey, in just a second. But how about Mamdani, the mayor of New York, right? Well, he wants to abolish ICE as well. But then, Mayor Mamdani, okay, we get rid of ICE, sir. So then what's the next step? Mamdani says, I don't know.
You've, like many other people, said you want to see ICE abolished. How would you enforce the immigration laws? Or do you think they shouldn't be enforced? I mean, how would you do it without immigration customs enforcement?
You do it with a little bit of humanity. You know, immigration existed long before ICE. ICE is a modern creation. I'm older than ICE.
But you've always had whatever you call it, you've had an organization to enforce those rules.
I would separate ICE from an organization that looks to enforce these rules. ICE is an organization that cares little for the rules. It's an organization that operates with reckless impunity and seems to revel in the flouting of those kinds of rules.
So that's Mayor Mamdani. Right? Notice he didn't answer the question. Oh, get rid of him. Well, what do you do next, Mamdani? I don't know. I'm just the mayor of New York. This is who is running the city of New York. I haven't even gotten to former Congressman, the racist Jamal Bowman. We'll get to him. Megyn Kelly doing the right thing, keeping the good fight going. Don Lemon has to go down. He can't just get away with what he did. It's as simple as that. Let's start with your telephone calls on this Monday. Dominic Carter here with you. Oh, digging out the snow. When I get home, it'll be dark, and I've got to get out there and shovel a little bit. Some of you were very kind. You told me, I said I was not paying somebody to do it, right? And I'm just not doing it. And I wanted to get a snowblower, but Carlos, I'm not a technical guy. So Debbie Lebedo in Staten Island says I should just pay because I need peace of mind. She's right about that, but I don't want to give up the money, man. So some of you have recommended that I didn't even know these things happen. Did you know, Carlos, that they have battery operated snow blowers? Did you know that? I just learned, but now here's the only problem. So I'm ready to buy one based on what people have said online, on my Twitter. I'm ready to buy one. But I'm concerned about those batteries that they put in it. Is it the type of battery that can blow up in the middle of the night? And if it's in the garage, burn down the entire house. So these are the decisions that I've got to make because this shoveling thing is for the birds. Ugh. John, line 4, New Jersey. What's on your mind, John?
Hey, Dominic. How are you, buddy?
Good. Go right ahead, please.
All right. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I'm seeing an alarming trend on the GoFundMe page. You got the Mangione guy that killed, allegedly killed the CEO. He gets millions of dollars within a couple of days at GoFundMe. You got the heckler that got fired. He got $600,000. They had to close his GoFundMe account down. And then the guy that just got shot and killed, his family's got $600, $700, maybe $1 million already. Is GoFundMe, is this a reward, a sort of incentivization for these people to keep doing it? It doesn't seem right.
It's not right. It's indicative of where we are politically in the country. What's up is down. What's left is right. John, it is absolutely bizarre. And we're not even talking about lawsuit money yet. Right? Once the lawyers get a hold of it, because what the lawyers aim to do is, let's get the case. We threaten to sue. They're going to settle 2 years down the road. I take 15%. I take 40%, or at least 35% of whatever you're getting, plus expenses. That bumps it up to almost half or whatever you get when you add up all the expenses. It's crazy, John. There's no other way to explain it. It leaves one depressed when you think about these situations. So thank you for the call. Talk about depressing. Let's go to line 3, Marco in New Jersey. Marco, what's on your mind?
Yeah, I have two things. So one is a lot of your callers call up and say, oh, well, if they weren't protesting, if they weren't interfering, if they had stayed home, none of this would have happened. Did they say the same thing when Ashley Babbitt got shot? And another question I have also is last night I was listening to you and I heard you get a little excited when a guy said he had said he wasn't out there, the guy that got shot, he wasn't out there intending to harm any ICE officers. And you right away said, well, how do you know what he was thinking? But then right away you want to say that you and your MAGA people want to say that he's a terrorist. Like, where's the proof that he's a terrorist, that he was out there trying to, kill?
Did I refer to Mr. Preddy as a terrorist? A domestic terrorist? Did I do it?
No. Okay.
So then you don't know what you're talking about. Stop grouping me in with other people. I'm very apt at saying exactly what I mean. I have never referred to him since Saturday. Was it bright? Okay, I got a question for you, Marco. Was it bright for him to show up to a protest with federal agents and apparently have a handgun? Was that smart?
Is it a crime?
Is it smart? Are you going to answer the question?
You answer first. Is it a crime?
Marco, let me tell you.
Dominic is done with you.
Cut him off. I'm not in the mood for this today. I don't know why you constantly call up. You're an absolute hater. I would hate to be your wife. Oh, my God. If I had to deal with you every day, I can't tolerate you right now. And it's just a phone call. And why do you call me? Why don't you call Greg Kelly? Call Rita. Call anybody but me. Marco, I need a break from your negative, nasty attitude. Time for a break. We are coming right back.
The Dominic Carter Show. Entertaining and informative.
On the Red Apple Podcast Network.
So maybe you folks can help me out here. As you just witnessed with the call from Marco in New Jersey. And this happens to me. It doesn't happen to the other hosts. They call up this show and they want to discuss with me something that someone else said. Or they want to hold me accountable for a statement made by another host. All I can tell you is I can't imagine being Marco's woman or his girlfriend or his wife. I mean, this guy would make me want to jump off a bridge. Every time I talk to this guy, he's the biggest Trump hater in the world. He has never once called here with something positive. Never. Everything is the end of the world. It's Trump's fault on everything. Newsflash, dum-dum. I'm a huge Trump supporter. And unlike many of these other hosts, I can back up what I'm saying and explain why. Oh, let me call up Dominic and give him a hard time about Trump because my life is horrible and I'm going to make everybody else's life horrible. No, you're not. Carlos, I got to go home and in the dark shovel for a few minutes, right? My son is in Rhode Island with the family, right? Normally he'd be out there, right? I got to do this, get a quick nap, then get ready to come back to get ready for the midnight show. And this guy, Marco in New Jersey, is harassing me. Anyway, with his nonsense. Not really harassing me because, Marco, you're not that important at the end of the day. Let's go to Helen, Fairfield County. What's on your mind, Helen?
What's on my mind is we have had the most important peaceful protest practically in the history of the United States, and that would be Martin Luther King. Nonviolent, organized in an incredible way with courage and stuck to it through the most ridiculously anti-black movements in the South and various places across the United States, and did not give up on the First Amendment right to do so the way it is written in the Constitution to do. None of the folks apparently in Minnesota who are protesting not only not nonviolently, but violently, they're blocking the administration of law enforcement to do the job that they were supposed to be doing and are doing, and mandated by the citizens of the United States of America against the ridiculous policies that had brought so many illegal aliens into the United States of America. These people are not following the rules of the Constitution, and they should be put down the way they're going to be, because they are not adhering to the American way of protesting. They're taking total advantage and behaving in a disgusting way. So I think they ought to look at history a little bit and find out how it should be done and the way it should be done so that they're effective, and not showing off their credentials as lunatic left-wing people.
Key word, lunatic left-wing people. That's exactly what they are. They don't know anything about Dr. King or his tactics. All they know is, Mom, look at me, I'm a star. I hate President Trump, and I hate ICE, and I'm going to act up, and, I'm sorry, Helen, you got a gun, and it's federal agents there. I'm sorry, once one of them yells gun, it's game on. And you can't stop it now and go, oh, I'm just a protester. No. Once one of them yells gun, it's game on until the threat is neutralized. Time for a break. We are coming right back.
The Dominic Carter Show. Entertaining and informative.
On the Red Apple Podcast Network.
Hollywood actor Ed Norton, and I think it was 2008, the Hollywood movie Pride and Glory. I get a call, and they say, we love your work. We're doing this Hollywood movie starring Ed Norton, Colin Farrell. We want you to play Dominic Carter. So I was intrigued by that, because I don't want to play somebody else. I want to play me. By the way, Law and Order, I've done like 2 or 3 movies. I still haven't heard from you, Law and Order. I'll come back to Law and Order in a second. So I agree to do it. The money's not bad. The residual checks still come in the mail. You can still see the movie. And so, I'm working in this movie with Ed Norton and so on. Dude was cool. I didn't know his politics was this far left. But he's Hollywood, so I guess I should have known. Listen to Mr. Norton talking about what else? Minnesota and the Trump administration.
These are not normal times, and it's like we have extrajudicial assaults on Americans and humans going on a daily basis now, and it's not okay. And even though all people kind of have to put one foot in front of the other and deal with the demands of the day, we cannot act like this is not happening. And I think I think what they're doing in Minnesota with the strike needs to expand. I think we should be talking about a national general economic strike until this is over and stopped.
Now, Ed Norton, you're a good actor, cool dude. You know darn well we need to have a national, but you're not going to be part of it. You're making too much money. What you really mean is what you consider the little people, the regular people, to go out there and protest. He's not the only celebrity speaking out. Glenn Close, she's doing the same thing. Perhaps we'll save her for the midnight show. But you get the point. Ed Norton just basically said it. And again, I call me naive. I didn't know what his politics were doing the movie together. But Law and Order, by the way, I'm going right back to your telephone calls. I get these calls, but I haven't heard from Law and Order. And so what I want to do in Law and Order, but I'm not interested if I have to play Reporter A. I want to play Dominic Carter. And what I want to do, Carlos, in my ideal scene with Law and Order is, and Spike Lee did this a little bit, but then I was annoyed with Spike because the big scene I was in got cut from the movie. Just like the big scene with that actress, what's her name? And I've talked about this before. What's her name? The pretty black woman. What's her name? The pretty one. The one that they all go crazy over. I can't remember her name right now. But it was late at night, and she happened to be watching me on television, and she was doing something. Let's just leave it at that. And they should have left the scene in the movie because she was satisfying herself. Let's put it that way. And what do you mean, okay, Carlos? Like you don't believe me? I see the look on your face. I'm telling you. What's her name? The big light skin Halle Berry. Halle Berry. So she was pleasuring herself watching me late at night, and they cut the scene. That alone could have catapulted my career in Hollywood. So it didn't make it. So Law and Order, and I'm going right back to your telephone calls, folks, but Law and Order. So what I want to do, but I guess it's Hollywood, I'll be okay, right, is a bank robbery. Folks, I'm a little nuts right now. A bank robbery. And I want to get called in, right? I've always wanted to do this in real life, get called in, but I don't want to get shot in the head by the bank robber. You never know. So that's what I want to do, Law and Order. We'll see what happens. Megyn Kelly, we see all your calls. I'm about to go to a different Marco in New Jersey. And Russ, I told you last week, I'm not taking your calls for a little while. So I don't know. It's only been 2 days. I don't know why you're in the queue when I told you it's going to be a few months. I was very clear about that. Okay? Because every time I take your call, I give you rope and you hang yourself every time. You're always negative. It's always the worst of the worst of the worst. And sometimes I get sick of listening to that, to be frank and honest with you folks. And so, Megyn Kelly, before I go back to your calls, and we're taking your calls at 800-848-9222, there's still the issue of Don Lemon. And Megyn Kelly is not letting it go.
Lemon is loving every minute of this. He's never had so much attention because no one cares about him. Last night, likening himself to Jimmy Kimmel.
Look, I stand proud and I stand tall. This is not a victory lap for me because it's not over. They're going to try again and they're going to try again. And guess what? Here I am. Keep trying. That's not going to stop me from being a journalist. You're not going to diminish my voice. Go ahead. Make me into the new Jimmy Kimmel if you want. Just do it. Because I'm not going anywhere and I'm going to believe the same things whether you want to, whatever.
Yes, please do it. And the person who could do it is with me now. She is Harmeet Dillon. She is the Assistant Attorney General for Civil Rights at the DOJ. Harmeet, great to see you again. So are we going to do it?
Well, we are going to do it because that's what is required for justice here. And from Sunday, when I first saw the video that Don Lemon himself put out about his conduct that day, it was clear to me that we had the predicates for pursuing FACE Act and conspiracy. We did our homework, sent prosecutors there to the ground, took affidavits, took evidence, They buttressed the case that we could witness from Lemon's own testimony and statements and admissions against interest in his own videos. And we have aggressively and very rapidly sought legal process. Now, I will say it's been a little frustrating because for 48 hours between the time that we sought these arrest warrants and the time that we were able to make arrests and say what the judge did in refusing to sign off on Lemon's, it had to stay silent. We have certain protocols here at the Department of Justice, but he is not out of legal jeopardy, and he has lawyered up. He has a prominent lawyer, and we're going to pursue this to the ends of the earth.
To the ends of the earth. Let's all say amen. Don Lemon, you've got coming what's headed your way. Get ready. And you can hire the best lawyers in the world. It's not going to save you. Not going to save you at all. Let's go to line 4, Bonnie in Manhattan. Bonnie, what's on your mind?
Hi, Dominic. Dominic, I have just a quick question for people like Marco, that Trump hater in New Jersey. When President Trump sends him his $2,000, is he going to send it back or is he going to keep it?
Hey, Bonnie, help me out here. I'm trying to understand something, right? And so Leon in Pennsylvania, stand by in a second. I'm even going to go to Melvin in the Bronx, stand by in a second. But Bonnie, help me out here. I can only speak for myself. I don't have time to hate on somebody. I'm too busy chasing my own goals. I'm too busy trying to set up my grandkids for generational wealth. I got too many things to do. How can somebody just hate on somebody all day long? How is that, like Marco does? How is that possible?
Because they're heathens and they don't believe in God and they don't believe in loving your neighbor as yourself, okay? These people are so filled with hatred for a man that they've never even met. And when I meet these Trump haters and they go off on me about Trump, I just look and I say, what did President Trump ever do to you personally? And Dominic, they can't answer me. They can't answer me.
No.
So it's a blind hatred, and it's evil, and it's the devil, and we'll never understand where these people are coming from, ever.
Okay, so help me with a little bit more, right? So why does he call me with his Trump hatred? Why?
Because he knows how much you adore President Trump, as I do, and he knows you're a real MAGA guy, and he knows you stand up for the truth, and they can't take it. That's why he tries to harass you and give you a hard time on the radio. But I love it when that recording comes on. Dominic is done with you. I love it. And a shout out to Sherman. He's my biggest fan. I'm his biggest fan next to you. I love to hear from Sherman at night. He's great.
Well, wonderful, Bonnie. Thank you. And I'll send you the check for your psychological services for giving me therapy today. Thank you so much for the wonderful call. Let's go to Leon, line 5 in Pennsylvania. Leon, what's on your mind?
Yes, thank you, Dominic. Speaking about Marcos, one thing quick. Greg Kelly had him on, and he was disguising his voice, and he said, Marcos. And then he gave him a hard time. You know what Greg Kelly said to him? Marco, don't call back till February 15th. That's what you need to do. And now we'll get to Mandami, okay? Making these kids go to school today. What do you think if these kids were to protest outside of Gracie Mansion?
Right. Well, they had to go to school remotely. Today, did they actually have to go in?
Right. I hear you, but they could at least lost one day. They could have made that up. You know?
He says that the window is closing rapidly, that they have to get in 180 days. I don't know if I believe him, but that's what he says of instruction. And so he's very limited in terms of what he can cut. This is according to our 34-year-old mayor. You don't buy it, Leon?
No, I don't buy it because when I went to school, before we didn't have computers and stuff, and then when we had a snow day, we had a snow day, you know?
Right. I hear you. Thank you very much for the great call, Leon. Let's go to line 3, Ernie in White Plains. Ernie, what's on your mind?
Yeah, Dominic, Ed Norton, wasn't that Jackie Gleason's sidekick on the Honeymooners?
Ba-doom. No, I'm talking about a different Ed Norton. Are you making a joke?
Yeah, kind of.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't like jokes. Go ahead, Ernie. Do you have something you want to say, or that was your hurrah?
That's what I want to say. The main reason why all this stuff is going on is by two main guys. One is the idiot Biden, and the second guy is Mayorkas. How come nobody ever talks about this Mayorkas?
Mayorkas is he's no longer around. He did what he was instructed to do. Do you really think he had the power to do those things?
Excuse me?
Do you really think he had the power to do the things that he did, or he was doing the bidding that was coming from the White House? I mean, I know you don't believe that he was doing these things on his own.
But he was lying to everybody. We were seeing people by the thousands coming in, and he kept saying, no, the border's closed. It's secure and all that.
Right. Well, he's gone. I wouldn't even waste my breath focusing on that anymore. Unless you can prove something criminal. I'm not talking about policy-wise. I'm talking about something criminal that he actually did. If you can't prove that, then I would let it go. But, to each his own, you do what you want. Thank you very much for your call here. Let's go. I see you folks are calling about Marco. Marco is not that important. I'm kind of bored talking about him. He's really not that important. Let's see what Judith in Brooklyn has to say. Line 4, Judith, what's on your mind?
Hi, Dominic. Thanks for taking the call. I heard Ed Norton. I'm thinking to myself, I call these people, they might be great actors, but they're such Holly weirdos in a way. Like, where is their outrage over these illegal invasions that came across by the millions, criminals and whatever? And where is their outrage over innocent Americans that were murdered by these people? And where is their outrage over the fentanyl that's been killing hundreds of thousands of young people? Where is their outrage there? Or angel moms. Angel moms, where is their outrage? None. You don't see it anywhere. But when it comes to something like this, it's unbelievable. There they are to protect the criminals, protect the illegals, whatever. It's amazing. They live in their bubble, Ed Norton and the rest, these Hollywood people. I really wish they would just stick to scripts and read their lines, because they are so hypocritical. They're so hypocritical.
In their multi-million-dollar homes, multi-million-dollar lifestyles. And, I guess they just wanted Kamala to win the election, Judith. I mean, I can't imagine what America would be like if Kamala Harris had won the election. Thank you. Thank you for the telephone call. Let's see here. I'm going to try this against my better judgment. Melvin in the Bronx, line 1. Melvin, what's on your mind?
I support the mayor of the city of New York. A whole lot of people who are against him are not ready to go to the city of New York. There's an election going on right now to fill the vacant assembly seat.
Can you tell me why you support the mayor of New York?
I hear what you said.
Can you tell me why you support the mayor of New York?
It's my organization. I'm born and raised. I'm a registered voter.
No. I'm not going to let you off the hook that fast. What is it about Mamdani that you like?
Number one, he is the mayor.
So he's the mayor, so that's why you like him.
Oh, if I disagree, I will organize and run somebody.
Okay, Melvin, listen, I don't have much time. You're proving my point. You can't tell me 3 things that you like about this man. You're proving my exact point. What is it that you like about him?
You disagree with him, pull a candidate to run.
No. You're trying to get off the hook. Homeboy, I've been covering politics a long time. Tell me 3 things you like about this man.
I like him better than I like Ed.
I ain't say who you like better. Tell me 3 of his policies that you like.
Number one, he is the mayor. I voted for him.
Oh, he's the mayor. That's just fantastic. Absolutely fantastic.
Dominic is done with you.
Time for a break. We're coming right back.
The Dominic Carter Show
on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
And the Tunnel to Towers Foundation final thoughts of the day. Debbie Lebedo, Staten Island, just sent me a message on Twitter at Dominic TV, text, I should say, a tweet. And it makes a lot of sense to why these nut Trump haters call me. She says, Dom, the Trump haters call you because they are angry and fighters. They need to fight with someone, and those cowards are keyboard or phone warriors. But they have no chance with you, me, or others. We are done with them and their Trump derangement syndrome. Amen. Debbie, let's go back to your telephone calls. Gracie, line 1, Rockland County, New York. Gracie, what's on your mind?
What's on my mind is this. Listen, do not buy a battery-operated snowblower. They don't work, and they're not powerful enough. Number two, okay, my husband was a teacher, so of course we had the snowblower. 50 years, we're on the third one now. It's better. But you work too hard. Nobody could be cheaper than me. Please hire somebody.
I'm not paying, Gracie.
I'm begging you. You're not healthy.
Hey, wait, Gracie, I will admit this much, right? Before leaving this morning, I saw one of these trucks with the plow on it in my neighbor's driveway, and he did this in like 10 minutes, right? 10 minutes. And me, right? So Liz in Florida, she gave me a great tip, right, Gracie? Because they think it's funny around the house, right? I got like 40 pair of gloves. I can't find one, not one pair. And they're all up in Rhode Island, and it's me, myself, and I. And so it was freezing on my hands. So I'm like, okay, I gotta do something makeshift. So I put on a pair of socks, a pair of thick socks to shovel. And then Liz in Florida said at least put them in the dryer so they'll be hot, and it was a great idea. I tried it and it worked. But I'm not doing it, Gracie. I'm not paying the money. I'm not doing it. But so wait, what type of snowblower should I get?
I don't know. That's my husband's job. A good one.
But don't buy. But I don't have the patience. The first time I go to start the thing and it doesn't work, I'm going to want to throw it away, and then they're going to want $300 for the service agreement, and then you got to get it back to the store. Blah 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 blah.
Years ago, I'll ask him, and maybe I could text it or something to you. But you can't do it. You work too hard.
Okay.
No, don't. Your wife has. I'm going to tell Marilyn. She's got to knock you around. You got to listen. Can't lose you. And you know why these idiots call? Because you take the most calls of anybody. All right.
Okay.
And as far as and I was PTA, you know what I was known for? Being able to split a nickel into 6 pennies. So if you want to save money, let me know. Goodbye.
I thank you, Gracie. I always want to save money. I will spend lavishly on certain things like my family, but when it comes to me or something like hiring a snow blowing service or whatever you want to call it, I'm like, absolutely not. Let's see here. Let's go to, let's go to Lisa in New Jersey, line 4. Lisa, what's on your mind?
Hi, Dominic. Thank you for taking my call. Love your show. I have the app, and I get to listen to it as I walk, and it makes me happy.
Wonderful. Hey, Lisa, but wait, Lisa, we got 25 seconds left, and I want to hear from you again, but you got 25 seconds. Quickly, go ahead, please.
Oh no, Dominic, I don't want to lose you.
Oh, well then let's do it. Can we have a date for tomorrow, same time? Can we have a date?
Hang on a second. Hang on. I closed the app. Can you hear me now?
Oh, I hear you. I heard you the entire time. But Lisa,
here we go.
Lisa, we're out of time. I'm sorry. Let's do this again tomorrow. Folks, help America to never forget. Donate $11 a month and amplify your impact. Donating your car or land. Go to T2T.org.
Thanks for listening to The Dominic Carter Show. You can hear The Dominic Carter Show weekdays at 3 p.m. and Monday through Thursday at midnight and Sunday starting at 11 p.m. on 77 WABC. If you like the podcast, share it with your friends and listen anytime at WABCRadio.com and download the WABC Radio app. Hit that subscribe button on all major podcast platforms. Plus, follow WABC on social on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and X. See you next time for a new episode so you never have to wonder.
What the heck is going on here?
Every week, the Payne family cuts straight to the real financial story.
The one question, Bob, everyone's asking is, are we in an artificial intelligence bubble? You've been through boom and busts. What do you think?
No hype, no myths. Just what actually matters to your money.
Does feel very similar to what we experienced in the 90s. Where are we, though? Are we in 1995, 1997, 1999?
Listen to the Pain Points of Wealth on the Red Apple Podcast Network.